YouTube, how the fuck you doing? It's your boy Neonzz. Today I am bringing you a brand new video. Today what we are doing is giving my predictions to the 2024 WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Now personally I think this card's going to be great. There's a lot of potential for a lot of great matches. One or two possible 5-star matches if done properly, but knowing the WWE it probably won't be done properly, but nonetheless I think the event's going to be great. I think it's going to be unreal, and me and my boys will be watching it live tomorrow is Saturday. Now, these predictions are being done in no particular order. We don't know which way the match card is. We just know what the matches are, and obviously we've got 5 matches on the event, so we're going to go through each one, give my prediction to them, and hopefully get them right. So starting off, I'm going to go with the IC title match: Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. This is one of the matches of the night that I think could be a 5-star match if, like I say, executed properly. I think both guys are going to work pretty well off each other. I think Sami will do well to push Braun and, be able to elevate off each other while still showing that face heel sort of thing. Going into this match, I believe that Sami will win. I think that there's a lot of momentum for him on his side right now, and it being in Toronto, Canada is a big thing. Can't remember if he is from Toronto, but I know there's something to do with him in Toronto. And personally, I don't think Braun Breaker needs the IC title just yet. I feel like he's on a good level for where he should be. I don't think he needs that push into the mid-card title scene just yet. I'm glad he's getting the shot, but I don't think he needs to win it. And again, I think with the momentum you've got with Braun and this heel sort of thing where he's, really angry, attacking people, you keep that going for a bit because it's working. And then maybe you have him win the IC title, maybe it's SummerSlam. I just don't think Money in the Bank is the time to do it. I think you need to boost that anger level a bit more and then just have him absolutely destroy Sami, maybe it's SummerSlam. But nonetheless, my final prediction: Sami Zayn will retain the IC title at Money in the Bank. Second match I'm going to go over is the 6-man tag, the Bloodline. 3 of them, we don't know which 3 yet because they've advertised all 4 on the card picture, but I believe Jacob Fontu has a serious criminal record, so he might not get into Canada. So I feel like that might give us the idea of who the 3 are, but maybe all 4 will be there. Nonetheless, so the Bloodline's opponents are Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. I feel like if Jacob Fontu is there, I feel like the numbers gain is going to play a big part in it, but will somebody come out to help Cody and all? I guess that would be yes. If I had to pick somebody most likely to do it, probably going to be Jimmy. He's been out for a bit with a somewhat minor attack realistically. So I feel like he should be able to come back anytime soon, unless he is waiting for the Roman return, which I don't see why you would do that. If you are going to play off this 4th member onto the good team, it sort of has to be Jimmy. Maybe you have them attack Jimmy again, which, once again pushes Roman to the edge even more. They've already taken out Heyman, then they took out Jimmy again. Maybe that sets it up. But nonetheless, I do believe that the Bloodline will win this one. It's not even a case that I feel like they will win it. I think it's a case of they need to win it because realistically they need that momentum boost. You're looking good, you're looking strong with numbers and new people, and you've just taken out Paul Heyman of all people. And then if I was to say where this is going to go after this, I would say Solo will probably brag about beating them and then get a one-on-one title match against Cody at SummerSlam, which I don't think he will win, but maybe. I do believe though nonetheless Roman will return at SummerSlam and probably attack Solo or come face to face with him. Maybe he's champion, maybe he's not. I don't know. Nonetheless, my final prediction: Bloodline to beat Cody, KO, and Randy in the 6-man tag. The World Heavyweight Championship match: Seth frickin' Rollins versus Damian Priest. Honestly, this is this other match I felt could be another 5-star potential match if done properly. Priest and Rollins, I think they're going to work very well with each other. New school versus sort of oldish school, I guess, realistically. Priest being more recent. In this match, there's obviously a lot on the line. You got Damian Priest leaving the Judgment Day if he loses, and Seth never gets a world title shot against Priest again for as long as Priest is champion. Out of the 2, I think realistically, maybe having Rollins not get a shot against Priest makes the most sense, because I don't see taking Priest out of the Judgment Day making sense just yet. I can get there's frustrations and stuff and they're arguing all this here, but I don't think you take him out. I think you built that up to a match between him and Finn at some point. But I do believe that the Judgment Day will get involved in this match, rather it be distracting the ref or, you know, or even distracting Seth himself. But I don't think Priest is going to be happy about it and leaving him to, you know, be angry and maybe going on to leave the Judgment Day in his own accord. So that leaves my final prediction as Damian Priest retaining, that's the word. I do believe Damian Priest will retain the World Heavyweight Championship. So, now, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Honestly, looking at the competitors in this, I think 22 people that realistically would make sense winning it. I don't think Naomi needs to win it. I don't think Io Sky needs to win it. Lyra, she's been doing well sort of on her own without any sort of major push. You know, she done the Queen of the Ring. She got second in that there, so, you know, that made sense. You know, it was a wee push for her, but she doesn't really need anything else. She's doing well. Zoe Stark, I think that's just a throw into the mix, to be honest. You know, you need some sort of a powerhouse in there, I guess, realistically, so she makes a bit more sense being put in there for no real reason. She doesn't need the title. She doesn't need the Money in the Bank briefcase. She seems very stuck within this, you know, tag team division thing with Shayna Baszler and whatever the fuck's going on with Sonya Deville. We've seen them talking a lot recently, so I'd say she's staying within the tag team division. It doesn't make much sense to go any further, really. Nonetheless, that leaves the two possibilities that I think could win it, but if I'm to pick one, I have one in mind. Obviously, the two being Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. Honestly, I would take either one of them winning, but if I had to guess, I think Chelsea is going to win. I don't believe Tiffany needs the win. She's grown and, you know, she's got the popularity as it is. Realistically, without doing anything, she's a fan favourite at the moment, don't get me wrong, but I don't think putting that on her will make much difference. Whereas Chelsea Green, you know, that opens a whole nother door of everything. You know, you get to put Chelsea into the main card scene. You have this potential of doing the first field women's cash-in, which we haven't had yet, which they've been talking about a lot, so maybe it's a hint towards not getting it this year. And in reality, Chelsea Green losing the briefcase match, you know, fielding the cash-in, wouldn't be a big of a deal because nobody sees her as world champion. Could she win it? Possibly, but I just don't think it was. I think this would be the year we get the first field women's cash-in. Nonetheless, I do think it would be a great match, but I do believe Chelsea Green will win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Which leads us to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This match is probably going to be very chaotic. The reality of it is there's 4 competitors in here that I think have other storylines going that are going to probably play a part in this ladder match, making it be a real weird one to this extent of where it's going to eventually be a one-on-one for the briefcase. When you look at it, you've got Chad Gable, who is currently having issues with the Wyatt Six. They've been getting sort of involved in anything he's done on TV recently, so I don't see why this wouldn't happen at Money in the Bank as well. And I honestly don't believe he needs the briefcase. I think he's on a good level right now, but it could have been part of his negotiation to re-sign with the company to win something. Who knows? You have Andrade, who's been having issues with Santos Escobar. You know, that's, again, somebody that could come out, ruin his opportunity because, you know, he thinks he's better than him. I sort of hope that isn't the case. I hope Andrade gets, you know, the chance to properly compete in this match and doesn't get taken out like that. But it is one of the many people that has that option of being taken out by somebody else on another storyline to further fuel that rivalry. LA Knight, obviously, probably the most likely person I feel to get taken out. He's obviously in a rivalry right now with Logan Paul for the US title, sort of kind of thing. I do believe Logan's going to show up at this and cost LA Knight. I saw a few potential people saying that maybe Logan climbs the ladder, takes the briefcase himself. I wouldn't mind it, not gonna lie. Big Logan Paul fan, as many of you know. I've enjoyed Logan's reign as the US title, like, while he hasn't done much with it. I've enjoyed it because, you know, it's built a lot of stories and it's been a lot of fun just seeing somebody that's not realistically a wrestler, well, not a wrestler, but, you know, as newcomer, shine the way he has. You know, he's made some viral moments and it's been great. And obviously you've got the 4th person, Drew McIntyre. Drew, the storyline with Drew right now is all over the place in a sense, but it's been phenomenal to watch. I'm really enjoying it. Drew obviously feuding with CM Punk at the moment. Do I think Punk will show up with the beating that he got? Probably not. I think if they're gonna do something with involving Punk, it'll be like his music hits distracting Drew or something, or they're really sort of setting up this AJ Lee thing. Maybe something to do with AJ Lee will happen. I don't know. I do believe one way or the other, Punk will somehow cost Drew the match. This will obviously be to add more fuel to the rivalry going into SummerSlam, where I would say we will probably get their first match against each other, hopefully. But that essentially leaves two people, Jey Uso and Carmelo Hayes. Now, both guys are phenomenal wrestlers. I think they're both at a very good place in where they are in the main roster right now. Jey obviously being higher than Carmelo. Carmelo's sort of new, but he's making that name for himself and he's impressing people a lot recently. If I have to pick out of the two, Jey Uso is where my pick is at. I feel like he is further up in that line of where main event status. I feel like the whole him winning it, to have that opportunity once again at another solo title that he still hasn't won, boosts a lot and it makes it a lot more interesting. And you have to think he is the only person really on this card with ties to both titles. The bloodline with the Cody title and then just the World Heavyweight title being on Raw. So I do believe he will be the one to win it. I do think Carmelo will put on a hell of a show, but I just don't think he's at that level right now to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. What do I think Jey will do with the briefcase, if I'm being honest? I think that Jey is going to... I have a very strange theory. I think that Jey Uso will cash in on the winner at SummerSlam. I believe that we will get Cody versus Solo at SummerSlam with Cody losing. I think this then sets up, the Bloodline beating down Cody. Roman returns, takes out the Bloodline. Maybe Jimmy by his side. Jey sees this opportunity, goes, cashes in, which then brings Jey to SmackDown. So you've got Jey as the world champion, you got Roman back, you got Jimmy back, versus the new Bloodline. This is a theory that I have had. I haven't seen anybody else really have this theory much. I think it's the only way you can really get Jey onto SmackDown and set up that tag team match against each other. And I do believe that it would make a hell of a storyline. Jey finally gets his world title. You got babyface Roman again. You got the OG Bloodline versus new Bloodline. Who will join the fourth member as the old Bloodline? Maybe Sami Zayn. But then again, like I say, he's on Raw as well, so I don't see that happening. But this is just all pure speculation in my mind. This is where I think it will go. And this is me sort of setting up my SummerSlam predictions at the same time, to where I believe at the end of SummerSlam, Jey Uso will be holding the WWE Championship. But that means, like I say, Jey Uso will win the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. And I think it could maybe come down to a triple threat. Maybe Andrade doesn't get attacked, but I think at least the other three will get attacked or distracted, or something will happen, costing them the match. But guys, those are my predictions for the 2024 Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Obviously, it is tomorrow. I said pay-per-view. It's PLE now, not PLE, PvP. PLE, the Money in the Bank. Obviously, this is tomorrow's night, so I hope you guys are watching it as well. I will be watching along with all the boys on the Discord and keeping my prediction scores straight. Nonetheless, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a little comment. Give me your predictions in the comments section. Tell me who you think is going to win all these matches. And also let me know if you would like to see me do more of this sort of stuff with predictions and, quizzes and stuff like that there. It's venturing into a new area instead of just gaming all the time. Nonetheless, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, adios. Peace.